In the beginning, there was a question. A question that took me 8 years to answer. Thank you very much. It came one night when I'd returned to my small hometown in New Jersey for a book signing. In the crowd was a face from my past. Think of the most pious person you know. For me, that was my childhood rabbi, Albert Lewis.
Hello, Mitchell. Well, hello, Mitchell. It's so nice to have you back where you belong.
Wow, can't believe you're here.
Might I have a word with you?
Wonderful talk. I mean, you had them in the palm of your hand.
Thanks.
And another #1 book. I'll tell you, the entire synagogue is very proud of you.
Look, I'm sorry I don't get back there too often. It's a long trip from Detroit.
This is not an inquisition.
Good.
I came to ask you a favor.
Me?
You.
Okay.
Will you do my eulogy?
What?
My eulogy. It's what they say when someone...
I know what it... Are you dying?
Not yet.
Then why do you want me?
I'm 82. I like to be prepared, and I think you're a good choice, so what do you say? Think about it.
Will you do my eulogy? That was his question. My question was more blunt. Why me? I was a writer, a sports writer. I'd never done anything like what he was asking. But as he walked down that hallway, although I didn't know it yet, I was already following him. This is a story about believing in something and the two very different men who taught me how. One was Albert Lewis, who followed a traditional path. He studied, was ordained, took a position at our temple, and never left. The other was Henry Covington. He came to faith in a more roundabout way, starting with the things he saw as a child in the early 60s in Brooklyn.
All right, Henry. You want to try? Recite your numbers.
2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. And 2 times 8.
Come on.
16.
That's right. Numbers matter, boy. That's how you count your money.
I brought you flowers and I gave you jewels, but money's the only thing that seems to cure your blues.
What you think you doing?
It's Friday night. I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Yeah, I know where you're going.
And I'm still going.
No, I'm sick of this, Willie. Do you hear me?
People across the dang street heard you. Am I right, Henry?
Cleaning houses, 7 kids, and then you gonna run around on me.
Woman, shut your mouth. Come on now. Come on.
No more.
Put the gun down.
Mama!
Will, come on now. Will, you want to put that gun down now, Will? Oh, we're stupid now. Come on now. Wait now.
Someone once said that children are proof that God is not discouraged. But what keeps a child from losing faith?
Hi, baby. Hi, Mama. Are you being a good little man? And you going to church every week? The Lord is watching over you, Henry. I feel it. I feel you're gonna be the one to bring His word.
When are you coming home, Mama?
Look, you know your mama's not a bad person, don't you? Did your father tell you I'm a bad person?
He says you're a bad shot.
You say your prayers every night. Okay. And you thank Jesus for what He's given you here.
Yes, ma'am.
Opening day of the 2000 season from the Tigers' brand new ballpark in downtown Detroit.
A eulogy? Isn't that his job?
I know, right?
What'd you tell him?
I told him I'd think about it.
You're not even religious.
Well, I used to be when I was a kid. I'd go to synagogue every Saturday.
Today's Saturday.
And I am covering a baseball game.
Sports is a religion, right? The good Lord wanted me to hit that curveball over the wall.
Yeah. Good Lord wanted the pitcher to get rocked. Religion is so over the top these days. Either they want to steer everyone's life or they want everyone to let go of the wheel. Leave it up to the good Lord.
How are you going to do a eulogy for a clergyman?
I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't go.
When's your flight?
In an hour.
Plenty of time. Let's debate it.
First of all, why me? I'm not even observant.
That makes you unworthy?
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't think so.
We go to his services once a year.
That's more than some people.
I'm married to a Christian.
And he has always been great to me.
I'm way too busy.
You have time for your books, your plays, newspaper, TV.
You missed the game.
There are other games.
What if I just don't want the responsibility?
It's not a job, Mitch. It's a favor.
Yeah, I know. He's asking me a favor. Adam hid in the Garden of Eden. Jonah hopped a boat and got swallowed by a whale. There's a fine tradition of man running away from God. But here I was, back in New Jersey, headed in the opposite direction.
Entree, entree. Is something wrong?
No, I've never seen you out of a suit or a robe before.
Well, robes can be difficult if you're cleaning the garage. Coming?
Nice socks.
I keep meaning to clean up in here. Come in, come in.
Have you read all of these books?
Yes.
That's impressive.
Maybe not. I mean, there's books and there's action.
You have a file on God?
Yes. But don't tell him.
To start, I thought I'd try to get to know you better for the, for the
Yeah,
thing, eulogy.
that's right, the eulogy.
The eulogy. So I'll ask you some questions.
Ask away. Make my day.
Let's start with God. Do you believe in God?
Yes, occupational hazard.
Do you ever speak to him?
I speak to God all the time.
Really? What do you say?
These days, I say, Dear Lord, if you're gonna take me already. And if you're gonna leave me, leave me. But leave me with enough strength to take care of my congregation.
Did you get an answer?
Still waiting.
Gave me water. Jesus gave me water. Jesus gave me water. I want to let it
I'll put a little bit more on. Now, God loves you, dear. Hi there, young man. Hey, God bless you.
Henry, is that you? Where you been? I can't eat nothing. Pick up those dishes. Pick up that mess I made. Take those dishes to the kitchen. I done hustled my whole life, and I gotta lie here like a cripple. Don't wait for nobody to give you nothing in this life, Henry. You want something, you take it. You hear me? You take it.
Henry never forgot his father's words. As he grew into a man on the streets of Brooklyn, he adopted the hustler's credo. Take or be taken.
What you bothering for, Henry? She ain't for you.
It ain't like she for you.
That girl's cold. I don't want her.
Uh-huh. Hold up.
Henry! Morris! What's the bad word? Morris, you know anything about a gray Camaro disappeared off Pitkin Avenue last night?
Yeah.
Nah. We'll see.
Man, why didn't you tell me about no car? How much you get for that?
You can take him out, Henry.
I ain't with that, man, no.
You ain't got my back, man?
How much you get for that Camaro?
What?
You can't crack that.
Watch me.
You're wasting your time, man.
All right, come on, 6. Oh.
Girl, you know how to toss them bones. I got a necklace for you.
You got a necklace for me. You don't even know my name.
Your name's Annette. I've been seeing you.
You've been watching me. Every day across the street, you and Slumpy. He ain't no good.
Uh-huh. You talk to him?
It was a short conversation. What about you? Why you want to talk to me?
When you want something in life, you gotta take it. Well, one day I'm gonna buy us a house.
How you gonna get it?
Shoot some dice, I don't know. Come on, 6. Come on, 6.
That was 3 months ago. You still won't forget it. Sasha! Is that you?
Hey!
Police! Stand back! Hands in the air! Brooklyn PD, get out!
What are you doing? What is going on?
Henry Covington! He's under arrest for the death of Officer Gerald McLinden.
What?
Friday night!
He was with me!
I didn't do nothing!
That's not what some of your boys tell us.
Stop this!
Get him up.
Let him go!
Get him out of here. You have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
I didn't do nothing.
Can I get you anything else to drink?
More beer. Mitch will have some Manischewitz wine.
Funny.
So you went to his house in Jersey?
Yeah. Just ring the doorbell.
So?
I didn't know clergymen had doorbells. I thought they just sensed we're coming.
So his house was all holy?
He's a rabbi, not a monk.
What did you talk about?
I asked him if he believed in God.
Oh, start with the easy stuff.
Asked him if he had a vision like a burning bush.
And?
He said it doesn't happen that way. Usually something unexpected pulls you in. Before you know it, you're
making miracles.
Or asking for them. That's not enough, is it? I mean, how do you know when you have enough for a eulogy?
I don't know. Apostle album? Looks like you're gonna be missing a few more ball games.
Hello, Mitchell. Well, hello, Mitchell. It's so nice to have you back. What?
Your vest.
You like? Army Navy store. Come in. We'll pick up where we left off.
My search for a eulogy meant more trips back to my old congregation in New Jersey.
Please be seated.
Which reminded me that watching Albert Lewis do a sermon was like watching a great master paint.
A country preacher decides to put the fear of God into his congregation. So he comes in bellowing, "Remember, everyone in this parish is going to die one day." Then he looks down and he sees a man in the front smiling. He says, "Why are you so happy?" The man says, "I'm not from this parish. I'm just visiting my sister."
Albert knew when funny was the right medicine and when not so funny was the right medicine.
My friends, We cannot simply say we're not from this place. We're losing touch with one another, disconnecting from our Kahila Kadosha, our sacred community. We forget God. We forget our rituals. We forget our ties with one another. And if we lose our ties to each other, what have we got? Huh?
Thanks, Rabbi. Thank you.
You know, I'd never have gotten close to you at that age.
Why not?
I was terrified.
Of me?
Yeah, you were like this giant. We used to call you the Reb, like a superhero. The Thing, the Hulk, the Reb. Honestly, if I saw you coming, I ran.
No.
Oh, I hid in the mop closet. Seriously.
If we'd known that, we would have added you to our custodial staff. Oh, I found your class. Graduation from our Sunday school. Remember?
There I am. That was a whole other life. Henry Covington, imprisoned for a crime he did not commit, felt betrayed by life and mad at the world. He grew bitter and distant. When he got out, Henry married Annette. And for a while, they tried to live a quiet, working life. But as he grew older, Henry felt foolish walking the straight and narrow path. Although his mother had once told him he'd be a preacher, Henry had his eye on more material things.
Oh, hey, babe. I'm sorry I'm so late, but that last call I had just, well, it took a while.
I would have brought you a shirt.
Yeah, let me get you a drink.
Okay.
What's happening, Donnie?
Yeah, hey, what up, Bug, man? I think I'm just playing with you, man. What's up?
Nothing, man. Nice party.
Yeah?
Yeah. Nice suit, man.
Yeah.
Where you get that?
Did you like that? You know that's the real deal, right?
Yeah.
Huh? You know that's the high twist wool Italian tailor. Yeah, you want
nice.
a suit like that, man? Hmm?
Yeah, I want a suit like that.
Yeah? Well, you willing to do what it takes to get a suit like that?
You know, I didn't have a suit until I was 13.
Oh, man.
What? Bad news?
Detroit's down 2 in the 9th. I'm sorry.
Oh.
You were saying?
Yeah, my bar mitzvah, 1930. My father gave me a suit. I was so proud. Later, my cousin Daniel, whose family had some money, unlike us, he sees me and he breaks out laughing. That's my old suit. Hey, guys, Al's wearing my old suit.
Was it?
Yeah. My father got it from my uncle. I was so ashamed. Later that night, I said to my father, I said, it's not fair. Their family's not religious, and they have money. We're religious, and we don't.
What did he say?
He said, God knows what he's doing. And that was the last we spoke of it.
So your dad was a singer, too?
Oh, very funny.
So you're coming, I'm going. I left you both some honeydew in the kitchen. It's on a plate.
Honeydew, oh, honey, don't. You're
All
my
right
honey.
then, Caruso. A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Chambre dame.
Good to see you, Mrs. Lewis.
Sarah.
Sarah.
Bye now.
So, the suit story.
People make too much out of stuff. New clothes, new cars.
What profits a man if he gains the world but loses his soul, right?
That's Jesus.
Right. Sorry.
No, don't be sorry. It's still good. Have you ever noticed how babies, their little fists are clenched like that?
Yeah.
That, our sages say, is because when a baby enters the world, they don't know any better. They want to take everything. But I'm an old man. I'm gonna die soon. How am I gonna die? That's because when we near the end, we finally realize we're not taking anything with us. What about you, Mitch? Your hands, more like this or this?
Take it straight back, all right?
Back it up.
All right?
Okay.
This way. This way. Okay, come on.
A crib for the crib, baby.
People just brought this to us?
Look here, girl. I get what I want.
You're gonna stop all this once the baby comes, right?
Ooh, hold up.
Ah,
happening,
my
Johnny?
man, what's happening, Henry?
Oh, yeah.
Look here, it's a party in the city, right? Yuppie
Right.
crowd. You dress sharp, you know how we do it, right? You stay till all this is gone, man.
All of this.
And this too.
That's a lot of weight.
Hey, look, man, they got money, all right? You just make that happen for me, baby.
All right, I'm gonna make it happen for you.
They say that power gives you the praise of men, but weakness brings you to God. That night, heading down another hallway, Henry was feeling powerful, but he was weak at heart.
You're the guy, right? Let's do some business.
Not here, baby. Come on.
All right. You're the man. Why don't you guys hop on this train?
Yeah, let's make it a real party.
Yes, sir. We can do that?
We need some ladies.
Okay. Ladies, you join us?
That's what I'm talking about. Everybody lay dead. Me and you go in here.
All right. You sit tight? Yeah. So why don't you hit some of that with us?
No, man.
Come on, you're the man. I mean, what's a party without the man?
Look, I said no, man.
Well, you say no, it makes me nervous, you know, because I can say no. No man, no party. I mean, I just want to make sure that we're on the same side here, right? Right?
Close the door.
All right.
Should we put this in the eulogy? The rabbi rode a golf cart?
Not a golf cart, a shopper's assistant. And why not?
Hello, Rabbi.
Nice young woman. Hindu, fascinating religion. Such customs. One of those.
Aren't you supposed to cheerlead your own religion?
Our own religion. I do. I think ours is an infinitely beautiful faith. 4 of those.
4 cans of cake frosting?
Yeah, goes back to my depression days. Coupons, I can't resist.
Well, if our religion is so special, how can you be supportive of others?
Did God make trees?
What?
Did God make trees?
Yeah.
Well, why
okay,
trees?
yes.
Why not a tree? I mean, he's God. What he makes is perfect, so why not one perfect tree for the whole earth? Instead, he gave us the oak, the spruce, the elm, the redwood.
Right.
So maybe faith is the same. Many trees, the branches all going to him.
Have you looked at the world lately? The trees are attacking each other.
That's not faith, that's hate.
Engaged in the name of religion.
And wrongly, thou shalt not kill. Honor thy neighbor. If I mean these things and the other guy means these things, what do you get?
Peace on earth.
You get orange juice. The big one. I've got a coupon.
How you doing, Reb?
The old gray rabbi ain't what he used to be. Ain't what he used to be. Ain't what he used to be.
You do that every morning?
Yes, I like speaking to God first thing.
Catch him when he's fresh.
What about you? What's your morning ritual?
This and Sports Center. It's a TV show.
Well, you could squeeze a little prayer in during commercials.
Janine prays in the morning.
Or anything in particular?
Probably me. No. Her family, their health, other stuff.
What other stuff?
Whoa. You wrote a book?
Oh, many years ago. Just a collection of thoughts.
What's your glory?
Yeah. A man said that to me in the islands, you know. Mister, what's your glory? Lovely question, no?
What did you say?
Teaching. My glory is teaching. Our traditions, our commandments. Now, what about you, Mitch? What's your glory?
I'm supposed to be asking the questions here. Remember?
You good there, Henry?
Yeah, man. I'm good.
You know you ain't the customer, right?
Oh, come on, Donnie. You ain't gotta say that, man.
How much you bringing me back on this, Henry?
On this right here?
Yeah.
10 grand.
10 grand, Henry. 10 grand. That's the supply. Out there's the demand. Right here is the bank.
I understand, Donnie. I know you bank.
I'm the bank, Henry. And I'm the bank guard.
Just gotta talk like a preacher.
My mama always said I was gonna be a preacher.
You? That's funny.
Oh, no. It's all gone. We smoked it all up.
Ain't nothing left?
No, there ain't nothing left. We done smoked up $10,000 worth of Donnie's stuff. Look, y'all got to help me get some money.
I ain't got no money.
Come on, Lisa, what kind of money?
I ain't got no money, man.
What you mean you ain't got no money?
Man, I ain't got no money, all right?
What about you, man? You got some money?
Man, I ain't got no money.
Come on, man.
I ain't got nothing.
Thank Henry. Hey, y'all don't go nowhere.
Henry! Hey, dude, what you doing?
Nah, y'all gonna help me. Both of y'all. Okay. Y'all gonna drive me to the hospital. You understand? You understand?
Yeah,
Say
yeah.
it.
All right, we gonna take you to the hospital. We gonna drive you. We gonna drive you to the hospital. Come on, what you doing? What?
Hey, Donnie.
So who did it?
I don't know, man. I was making the drop and somebody popped me.
JoJo's guy?
Yeah, maybe. Look, I chased after him, but the bullet in my leg and everything's like... I tried to save the product. Donnie, I really tried to save the product.
And my money?
Took everything, man. Look, you want me to go after him, Donnie? I go after him right now. No, I go right...
You get some rest, Henry. Hmm?
That's fine.
When I was younger, I couldn't wait to get out of my little hometown.
Thanks for covering for me, Gene. Yeah, I'm back tomorrow.
But now the Reb kept drawing me back, even after I had enough material for his farewell. Of course, when someone asks for a eulogy, you kind of figure time is short. But after 4 years of visits...
Hello, Mitchell. Well, hello, Mitchell. It's so nice to see you back where you belong. So, you see my new friend, huh? We go everywhere together. I can't shake him.
Yeah, driving here today, I saw the old building.
Ah, I missed that tiny place. Tucked between two churches.
Episcopalian one on the east?
And the Catholic one on the west.
We were like an Oreo cookie.
And the new synagogue is so big, okay.
Get you there. What? Any terms?
You got me?
I get you.
All right. Good. Thank you, kind sir. I was saying, the new synagogue is so big, Harvey. I see families that don't even know the names of their kids.
You used to know everybody's name?
Oh, certainly. Children are the biggest reasons family joined the congregation.
Maybe that's why Janine and I never...
Never what?
We don't have kids. We don't belong anywhere.
Everyone belongs somewhere. What you don't do for kids, you could do for others.
Do for others. Isn't that how most men of God challenge us? And it begins with understanding the pain of those around you. Sometimes the pain of strangers, and sometimes the pain of those closest to you.
I don't like this.
I don't like it either.
So you just gonna rob people on the street now?
Well, I got to do something. Annette, you pregnant. Donnie ain't giving me no more product to sell. I got to do something. We got to take care of the baby, right?
You think he's going to heaven?
Why wouldn't he?
Because of the things we do.
He was a clean soul, baby.
Henry, we couldn't even get him his own grave.
I know.
There's no marker
Look, it's the
where
money.
he's buried our son, Henry. I thought we'd be coming home with the baby.
She was 4 when she died?
4. An asthma attack. Today you can survive and live a long life. Her, it was 1959. Too early.
And her name was?
Rena.
Rena.
Yeah. It means joy. She was.
Were you angry with God?
Oh, furious.
Did it make you question God's existence?
Quite the opposite. It was having something to cry to that allowed me to heal. And from then on, whenever I had to comfort someone who'd lost a child, I knew what to say. When I'd leave their home, I'd point to the sky and say, "Chalk one up for you, Rena."
So Trish and I will meet you as soon as you're done with work, okay?
Test, 1, 2.
Peanut, peanut! Get your peanuts!
Your sign, there's an A in...
I'll take some.
$3.
I've seen you before. Do you live around here or something? Sorry.
Excuse me, don't
stop it.
Peanut.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This too shall
Your hands up.
pass. After a while,
Stick up. Come on, put your hands up.
scars will
Your wallet?
heal.
Huh? Give me the money. Come on.
Love again.
$20.
It won't
$20.
stop between.
Did you get the money?
I got arrested. I got busted. The guy I robbed. If he'd have fingered me, I could have gone away for 15 years. 15 years, you understand me?
Yeah, but you're here now.
Yeah,
You're here.
yeah.
You're here now.
I'm here now. I'm here now, but I don't understand it. I mean, I stuck a gun in his face and he told the people he couldn't tell if it was me or not. Like he said he didn't want to send an innocent man to jail. Now, why you do that?
Maybe it's a sign, Henry.
Maybe it's a sign? Oh, please.
This is plain foolishness. Look, I'll be back.
No, Henry.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
What are you gonna do?
Yo, Donnie, open up! You know what this is? You know what this is. Back up.
Damn fool, Henry.
Don't worry about that. All right, where is it? Give it to me.
Where's what?
Where is it at, Donnie? Give it to me. Give it to me! Don't make me kill you for it!
Whoa.
Don't make me kill you for it!
Right here, brother, all right?
Easy, brother. Easy? Easy. Nothing. More.
So what you...
More!
Yeah, you a big man with a gun. Yeah, huh? You know me, Henry. You know I ain't gonna let you just walk off with my hard work.
Shut up.
You think you in control now? Look at you, boy.
Shut up.
Uh-huh. Just a dog chasing a bone. Huh? Yeah, look at you. You gonna run away, boy. Yeah, I can catch a dog anytime I want to. Yeah, prepare to meet the devil, junkie. I know where you live, Henry.
Annette, get up, baby. We got to go. We got to go. I messed up. Come on now. I need you to get up now. Let's go. Come on.
Talking about?
He's coming.
He's coming.
Donnie. I'm sorry. Hey. Get away from that window and go hide at your mama's house. Go on now. Just get me through this night, Lord. Please. I know I got nowhere to go, but please, Jesus. Help me. You get me through this night, Lord. You can have me in the morning. Just get me through the night. Just get me through this night. Just get me through this night. I'm yours. I'm yours in the morning. Anything you want me to do.
6 years had now passed since Albert Lewis asked me for a eulogy. I was beginning to think that he would do mine. At work, I found myself pondering things he'd said, like, "What's your glory?" Here I was, a writer in a city whose biggest story was its own decline. So one week, instead of a football game, I tried a more substantial assignment.
Hey, ain't you that Mitch album writer, man?
Yeah.
Well, I'll be, yeah. So, what happened to you?
What happened to me? A fair question, given the location. No one expects to end up in a place like this. After dinner, these men had prayed and thanked the Lord. And I kept thinking, thank you. For what? But lying there that night, I began to understand how grateful we can be for even the smallest human kindness when we need it. Like a place to sleep when you don't have one. Everyone belongs somewhere. Hadn't the Reb said that?
A man seeks employment on a farm and he hands his letter of recommendation to his new employer. The letter reads simply, he sleeps in a storm. Desperate for help, the owner hires the man. Several weeks pass, and one night a powerful storm rips through the valley. The howling wind awakens the owner, who calls for his new hired hand, but the man is sleeping soundly. So the owner leaps out of bed and races to the barn, and sees to his amazement that the animals are secure, the bales of wheat are bound and wrapped, the silo doors are latched, and the grain is dry. Ah, now he understands. He sleeps in a storm. My friends, if we tend to the things that are important in life, if we are right with those we love, and behave in line with our faith, we will never wallow in the agony of I should have, I could have. No. We can sleep in a storm. Does he treat you with such chivalry?
Not a chance.
Where is your walker?
I don't like the congregation to see that. I mean, who wants a rabbi with apparatus?
Your message was beautiful today.
Thank you. I'm stopping.
Stopping what?
Sermons, all of it.
You can't retire.
I'm already retired.
No. Rabbi Emeritus.
Ooh, fancy word for ancient.
Come on, you've been here 58 years. You're just getting the hang of it.
Soon. Okay. I'm stopping soon. And now this. A vital story you did about the homeless. Thank you. Spent the night in a shelter, huh?
Never seen him so grateful to come home.
And the reaction in Detroit?
Almost as much as if I'd written about football. No, it was good. Even raised some money. Started a little charity. Janine kind of pushed me into that.
Huh? Another reason I like you.
Thank you.
He who saves a single life, it's as if he saves the entire world.
Who said that?
It's the Talmud, Mitch.
Your faith.
She's a nice church, ain't she?
Yeah. You're the peanut guy.
Yeah, and you the guy with the tape recorder.
That's right.
Yeah, I remember you.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they have a homeless shelter here?
Yep. You look like you're doing all right.
No, it's not for me. I was wondering if you or if this place needed some assistance.
Ah, Brother Cass.
Brother Cass.
I'm the elder of the church here.
Oh, I'm sorry, Brother Cass. Mitch Album.
Okay, well, you need to come talk to the pastor. Come on in. You worried about your car?
No.
You should be.
One day we're gonna fix that.
Are you the maintenance man?
Maintenance man, mm-hmm. Also the security guard. Some days I'm the accountant, some days even the cook. But every day, and twice on Sunday, I'm the pastor, Henry Covington. And you are?
Embarrassed.
So, I understand you want to help us out.
Yeah, I started this little charity.
For why?
Why, what?
Why you want to help?
I don't know. Why do most people want to help? To do some good, right?
Well, we got some drug dealers. You see those two fellas up there? They want to help, too. All I got to do is let them operate out of the basement, and they'll pay to fix everything around here.
Well, I'm not a drug dealer.
Well, I was. Look, I'm an ex-con, okay? I did some time for manslaughter.
Were you guilty?
Not of that, but plenty other stuff.
Like what?
Armed robbery, assault, sold all kinds of drugs.
Wow.
Crack addict, heroin addict, alcoholic. You reconsidering your offer?
No. Wondering at what point are you disqualified from the pulpit?
I had a night. Thought it was the end. Thought I was gonna be murdered in the street. So I made a deal with God. If he got me through the night, he could have me in the morning. Sun came up. I was still alive. So I went inside and fell to my knees, thank the Lord. A week later, the guy who was after me got locked up.
So you kept your promise?
Yep. Long road. Got clean and joined the church, became a deacon, then an elder. Eventually got sent here to Detroit to start a place, and this is it.
I am my brother's keeper. A church with a hole in the roof.
A church.
Oh.
The boiler repairman's here.
Okay. I appreciate your offer, but maybe you should check us out first. Come to a Sunday service.
I'm Jewish.
We start at 11.
My background doesn't bother you?
Not if mine doesn't bother you.
I've never really been to a Sunday church service before.
It's probably not that much different from a synagogue.
Have you ever been in a synagogue?
Oh, yeah, once.
For what?
We were robbing it.
Wait, you're going to church?
Kinda got roped into it.
You weren't even active in your own religion. Now you're double dipping?
Pastor is different. You're a crook, drug dealer, junkie.
Huh? You do sermons on safe cracking.
Well, you didn't have to tell me that.
He's not bothered by the fact I'm not his faith.
Mitch.
Hey.
Of course not. You're giving him money.
Well, not yet. I mean, he hasn't asked for it. He said I should get to know him better. You know, it's kind of like...
What?
You're right. I'm getting involved with 2 clergymen.
Don't worry. You've always got us horsemen of the apocalypse to balance you out.
Hello. What? When?
All the way from Detroit you came. He's sleeping.
What happened?
A small stroke, they say. What's small about a stroke, I say.
Do you want me to stay with him?
If you don't mind. No. The kids will be back soon. I could stretch my legs.
Go, go, go. You never know the moment when a eulogy goes from something you think about to something you require.
Hello, Mitchell.
This was not that moment.
Hello, Mitchell.
Albert.
So nice to have you back
where you belong. Hey.
Ain't this a pickle?
Just tell me you're gonna be okay.
I'll be okay. I'll be okay. And if I'm not okay, that'll be okay too.
Well, look who's awake, the singing rabbi. How are you feeling?
Well, it's a sin to lie, so I'll tell the truth. Lousy.
Are you family?
No, I'm not.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry. Only family's allowed in
Oh,
intensive
no, he's
care.
family. He's my Gazenti Klunt.
I'm sorry?
What, you don't speak Yiddish?
All right, then. Thanks. Excuse me.
Come.
What's a Geshinti Klunt?
Who knows?
What can I do to help?
You could pray for me.
Grace and peace. Brothers and sisters, you know, I could have been dead. That's right, I say I could have been dead. I should have been dead. But His grace.
His grace, that's right. His grace.
Saved a wretch. You know what a wretch is? I was a wretch. Oh yeah, I was a crackhead, an alcoholic, a liar, and a thief. I was all these things. Then came Jesus. He lifted me up. He recycled. You know, I call Jesus the greatest recycler I know. Yesterday, brothers and sisters, another portion of our ceiling came tumbling down. And I have to be truthful with you. I have to be truthful and tell you that I despaired. I despaired. And I realized something. God don't care about a building. See, he cares what you do, but he don't care about no building. He cares about what's in your heart. So, my brothers and sisters, my friends, if this is the only place where we can come together to worship, this broken building with its cracks and its leaks and the hole in the ceiling with the water pouring down from the heavens, if this is the only place we have to come together to worship God in Jesus' name, then it's holy to him. Amen. Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Anyhow! Hallelujah!
Hey, I brought you a ham sandwich.
Oh, no, I'm fine.
Oh, wow. Stupid me. Jewish people don't eat no ham.
No. It's not that.
Well, you mind if I eat it then?
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Listen.
Coming through?
Listen, you need to hear my story when you got a minute.
Yeah.
Is it anybody's birthday?
It'll be somebody's. Good words today.
Thank you, baby. You came.
How long has that roof hole been going on?
Oh, the roof hole. What, 10 years? 10 years, baby, the roof hole?
Mm-hmm. Started small.
It's the only thing in this church other than me that's expanded.
There's no money to fix it?
I wish.
What about dues?
Dues. Well, our folks done paid enough dues.
Here it is.
Wow. This must have been so beautiful once.
That was the biggest Presbyterian church in the entire Midwest 120 years ago. Got so neglected they practically gave it to him.
Is that him?
That's him.
Bless you. Bless you. Jesus loves you, man. God loves you.
Thank you, Pastor. God bless.
Come on, take what you need now.
Hello, Mother. We have defeated the little stroke.
Careful as you come up.
Yeah. You all right there, Rep?
I'm fine.
Okay, we're going back.
Hello, ho. Oh, it's lovely to be here again.
Oh, good. The singing. Things can get back to normal.
There we are.
Thank you.
Here. Keep drinking water.
I will do what you say.
Why start now?
It's nice the way you two kid. I like that.
Well, Al and I have had 30 wonderful years together.
You've been married longer than that.
True. On Monday, you get a good 2 hours. On Tuesday, you get a good 45 minutes. You add it all up, a wonderful 30 years.
Some philosopher, huh? Who's going to take all of this when I'm gone?
I'll take a copy of What's Your Glory off you.
I'm flattered.
So, I've been meeting with this pastor.
What? You need advice, you come to the synagogue.
No, not that way.
What way? I know you prefer asking questions.
It's all right. This guy in Detroit, he runs a homeless shelter out of his church. There's this giant hole in his roof.
Can you help?
I don't know. This guy has done some very bad things.
Done or doing?
Do you think people can change?
If I didn't think that, I shouldn't be in this business. I've seen people change. It can be inspiring.
Hey, Cass.
Hey, Brother Mitch.
I'm looking for Pastor Henry.
Yeah, he's right over there. He'll see you. He'll be on his way in a minute. Why don't you come on in there and get warm? Cold out there. Come on in here. Get out the cold, man.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Now remember now, still got to hear my story.
Yeah.
Winter surely is coming.
Cass told me to wait up here.
That's fine. I just had to take care of a little business.
What kind of business?
Pastor business. This poor roof won't keep nothing dry. Heat comes in, goes right up out the hole in the roof. We're so far behind on our gas bills, I can't even tell you.
How much would it cost to fix it?
Well, if somebody said 80,000, they might as well be saying 8 million to us.
Maybe this church is too big for you.
I believe that God put me here for a reason. And I know we are going to find a way.
The right way.
The right way. You come to service on Sunday?
Again?
First time was just a warm-up.
I'll try if I get back in time from New Jersey.
What's in New Jersey?
I'm visiting my old rabbi.
A rabbi? You got a thing for the clergy?
It's a eulogy. It's complicated.
Oh. Well, Sunday then.
That Sunday, there was no heat in the church, so the congregants constructed plastic walls to fight the cold and rain. Nothing, it seemed, could dampen their spirits.
Today comes from the book of Acts and tells us about Paul after he was chained. After he was changed, the people mistrusted Paul because he used to persecute the church, and now he praised it. So people say, well, how can this be the same guy? You know, it's amazing how some people can't see you now because they want to keep you what? In your past? It reminds me of when I talk to some people from my old days back in New York. They say, well, you know, Henry got a whole new game working up there in Detroit. He a pastor now. He running a whole new game. See, just like Paul, they could only see him for what he was and not what he became. When you see people only through their past, you're missing what God can do with them. You are not your past. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Down by the riverside, if you be. Holy name. Down by the riverside.
Hi, honey. I'm making pasta for the nephews. We can take it with us when we go over there tonight.
What's wrong? I don't know what I'm doing in that church. It's freezing. in a plastic tent, and then the power got cut off.
During the service?
They're like months behind on their payments. So now there's no heat and no electricity.
Well, can't the charity collection help?
No. It's too much. They need a whole new roof. Besides, I'm not sure.
What?
I saw Pastor Henry talking with these drug guys. For all I know, he could be using their money.
Oh, come on.
Well, he's got the history.
He's a pastor now.
Well, you never heard of a crooked pastor?
You never heard of straightening out?
Janine, just listen to me. I want to do something to help people. But between the rabbi and the pastor and the church and the synagogue, I'm not sure about any of this.
I know. So just do what feels right. You gotta have a little faith in yourself.
The time had come for the Reb's final sermon. He could have bragged about 6 decades in one congregation. Instead, he apologized.
For not being able to save more marriages. To the teenagers I did not take enough time to get to know. For failing to ease the pain of grieving parents. For failing to study more because illness and distraction stole my focus. For all these things, to you, my congregation, and to you, dear God, grant me atonement.
Grant me atonement. Those were his last 3 words on the pulpit. Then he took a seat in the back row of the sanctuary. His sermons were now complete.
Yes, it's great to hear from you. And how is your sister? Yes, I'm very pleased that the surgery was successful. Yes. Oh, good. No, of course we'll hold your seat in shul. Don't worry. Yes, and a very happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Why are you still calling congregants? You're retired.
The old members like to hear my voice. Keeps them connected.
Kind of my only connection, too.
No. All the tradition in this room connects you. And it will after I'm gone.
Okay. Here's a thought. What if when you die, you find out you get 5 minutes alone with God?
Oh.
You can ask anything you want.
Anything?
What do you ask?
Oh, all right. First, I would give 3 minutes to my family. I'd say, Lord, if any of them are hurting, speak to them. Don't speak to me.
Okay.
And then I'd take another minute to help anybody in the world who's in need.
You still have 1 minute left?
And in that 1 minute, I would say, Dear Lord, I've tried to lead a good life and follow your teachings and be of help to others. So, Lou, after all this, what's my reward?
And what do you think he'd say?
He'd say, what are you talking about reward? Albert, that's what you're supposed to do.
So we toast everyone who's here, and we remember everyone who's not. And Mitch is probably gonna tease me because he's been overdosing on all this stuff for a while, but can I just say, Lord, we all know how blessed we are, and we thank you. Amen.
Loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. For the Bible tells me so.
Let us give praise this Thanksgiving, brothers and sisters. Let us raise our voice and praise God this Thanksgiving.
Amen.
Thank you, Jesus. Whatever you're going through this evening, brothers and sisters, say it with me. I am.
I am.
somebody.
Somebody.
Because God loves me.
Because God loves me.
Because God loves me.
Because God loves me.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
God bless you. God bless you.
Thank
you very much. God bless you. There you go.
Come on, Smiley.
Come on in here. God bless you.
Vern.
God bless you, son.
All right.
Johnny.
Bless you too. Thank you.
Lynn. Wayne.
All right now, baby.
I'll see you in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Try and get warm.
All right.
Dear Lord, please send us some help if you can. If you can.
Hey.
Hey. I didn't know you were here.
You watch over him all night?
If I don't, who will?
So cold.
Yeah. I was just asking God if, well, you know, sometimes they mess up when they read the meters.
You're praying for a meter mistake?
Sometimes a mistake is the best thing that can happen.
Henry, I saw you with those drug dealers. Are you working with them?
I have to. Marcus and Duran promised them a better life if they quit dealing. I can't say I'm really doing too much for them at the moment, though.
Wait a second, that's them?
Yeah, they're junkies, too. If you're dealing, you're using. You know what I'm talking about.
You were counseling?
Yeah, what else?
You made a lot of money in that business.
Nearly $500,000 one year.
Well, you gotta want that money now.
No, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be.
What do you mean?
When I was young, Mitch, I broke every one of the 10 Commandments, yeah? I should be in hell for the things I've done, Mitch. God would be justified.
You do so much good now.
Well, you can't work your way into heaven. God showed me that much grace. I'll be blessed, but either way, I sure wish he would send us some electricity.
I gotta go.
All right, then.
All right. I used to think I knew so much. I could look down and scoff at things, even faith. But I realized that night that I am not better or smarter than anyone, only luckier. The men sleeping on Henry's church floor never looked down. They only looked up to find comfort and love. And I realized that in looking at Henry Covington, I was seeing the rarest of things. A changed man.
Hey, Mitch.
How you doing?
That church series. Good stuff. We should be doing more of that.
Thanks.
They got their power and their heat. Unbelievable at Christmas.
Yeah. Lewis, Albert Lewis.
He's getting tests.
What are they saying?
Oh, heart issues, the strokes. He's 90. That's mostly what they say.
Ah, family. I'm home from the war. Ain't this a pickle?
You gotta start acting your age. You're not 89 anymore.
Thanks, Gerald. I'll be fine. Okay, Rabbi.
Gerald?
Nice fella.
What did they say?
Ah, they said everything. They said nothing. I'll be okay. Now, so long as you're here, might I have a word with you?
Let's find the doctor. Come.
Good to see you. Help me.
You're good.
The old gray rabbi
is still what he used to be. Still what he used to be. Still what he used to be.
That's good. You won't be able to make fun of my clothing this time. See, I'm wearing a robe. Thank you. You know, my friend, it might be time for you to write something down.
I'm not ready.
What, do you need more material?
I'm not talking about the eulogy.
Why else have you been coming all this time?
I came because she needed something. I kept coming. Because I needed something.
And did I give you what you needed? Thank you for making an old rabbi feel useful. Dear Lord, please give Mitchell many, many more years, so that when we see each other again, we'll have lots to talk about.
Do you really believe that?
Don't you?
I don't think I'm going to the same place you're going.
Why not?
You're a man of God.
You're a man of God, too. Everyone is. Are you still helping those poor souls in Detroit?
I'm trying.
Keep trying. That's your glory.
"8 years after he asked me for his first and only favor, I delivered a eulogy for Albert Lewis. I stood where he used to stand. I looked out the way he once looked out. Years ago, you came to me. I saw our congregation, and I realized he was right. And you said you had a favor to ask. I was home. 8 years later, I sometimes wonder if the whole thing wasn't some clever rabbi trick to lure me into some adult education course. You told me that I would find something to say when this day came. But it is here, and you are gone. And this pulpit seems as empty as a desert. Where do we look for you now? This is your house, Red. You are in the rafters, the floorboards, the walls, the lights. You are in every echo through every hallway. You are woven through us, from our birth to our death. You educated us. You married us. You comforted us. And when we howled at God, you stirred the embers of our faith and reminded us that the only whole heart is a broken heart. Look at all the broken hearts here today, Red. How do we say goodbye to you without saying goodbye to a piece of ourselves? Where do we look for you now? By the way, about the singing. Walt Whitman sang the body electric. Billie Holiday sang the blues. You sang everything. You could sing the phone book. I would call and say, "How are you feeling?" And you'd answer, "The old gray rabbi ain't what he used to be." I teased you about it, but I loved it. We believe that you are with your forefathers. And your daughter. May God keep you. May he sing to you, and you to him. Where do we look for you now, Reb? We look where you have been trying, good, sweet man of God, to get us to look all along. We look up.
Hey, Mitch.
I brought something for the pastor.
Come on in. Henry! Yeah? Mitch is here. Go ahead and have a seat. All right. Henry!
I'll be right down. Mr. Mitch.
I don't know if you saw the story. Came out last week.
Oh, yes, I did. Yes, indeed.
Okay.
Lord works in mysterious ways.
No, I want those. Yeah.
Meet me at the church. Got something to show you.
Hey, Brother Mitch.
Hey!
What's going on?
How you doing, Cass?
Where you been?
I was just over at Pastor's house.
I know that place real well. Come on, man, get in there. Not the cold.
I'm coming. Guess we don't have to worry about a white Christmas.
Oh, we sure don't. With all this snow.
So how did you meet Henry?
Wow. He kind of met me. He actually offered me a job, unloading trucks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, unloading ham trucks, to be honest. 1 ham for the church, 2 for me. Me and a buddy of mine would throw 1, 2 into the bushes.
You'd steal them?
Yeah, we'd steal them. I was still on drugs. I was still using.
What'd you do?
Man, I did everything. I did heroin, crack, pills, alcohol. You name it, I did it.
Did Henry know you were stealing?
You know, he really did, because one day he came to me and he said, "Cass, do you got enough to eat?" The way he said it, I kind of knew. I kind of felt real low.
Is that what made you stop?
I didn't stop. I would get the hams and I would sell them for more drugs. I was homeless, kicked in the door. I was living in an abandoned house over here in the projects. But one day, somebody in my little homeless unit, they came in and they stole all the copper piping. I kind of woke up in a pool of water. I guess it was sort of like a baptism. But now I'm all soaked. I ain't gonna be able to go work for Pastor. But I went over there to tell him. He looked at me. And he said, well, I'm gonna get you some clean clothes. Threw me the keys to the church, told me how to get in and how to cut off the alarm, and right there amazed me. So when I came back, he said, well, Cass, where you gonna live? And I said, well, I ain't got no place to live. And he said, that man looked at me and he said, why don't you come live with me? Here, this man I'm stealing from, he didn't really know me. He didn't know me. He moved his family upstairs. And he let me live on this couch for a whole year. We became real good friends. If he wouldn't have came, he wouldn't have gave a guy a chance, I'd be dead now. I know I'd be dead now.
This is the story you've been trying to tell me.
Thought you should know. The man that you helped.
Whoa.
Presents.
Hallelujah.
People coming from everywhere.
Churches, schools.
We had a synagogue send all kinds of stuff. So many people read your story, the heat and power got turned on the next day.
We got snow.
Yes, we do.
It's a miracle.
It is. It is. You know, Mitch, I owe you an apology. When you first came around, I didn't understand why a Jewish person would want to help us. I apologize.
I should apologize to you. I judged you. Forgive me.
That I do. That I do. Your rabbi passed, huh?
He did. You would have loved him. I have his obituary. There he is.
Put your hands up! Is this the man that robbed you? Is this the man that robbed you?
This is the man.
The Reb.
Reminds me of a man who did me a favor once. Praise God.
All right, now come on in. Everybody gets a present.
Wow, look at
Merry Christmas, I guess.
Merry Christmas.
In time, I wrote a book about the Reb and Henry. And amazingly, people began to send envelopes to the church with $5 or $10 inside. Until one morning, just before the next Christmas, the congregation gathered for a different kind of service. I realized later it's not about having the answers in life. It's about the search for the answers, the choosing to believe in something bigger than yourself that makes the journey of faith so challenging, yet so worthwhile. Whether it's sitting with an old rabbi and talking about God, or replacing a church's rotted roof hole with something a little more inspiring, we share this world. We can share it well. And there's nothing quite like different people finding common ground to fix the holes in their lives. In the beginning, there was a question. In the end, our questions get answered. God sings. We hum along. A simple, beautiful song.
Whatever will be, it will be.
A year later, I did another eulogy. This one for Henry. He died at age 53.
Weight of this world, bury me.
Henry's family remains deeply involved with the church.
Will you walk out on water? Will you
And Cass is one of the people who preaches there.
heaven's door? Will you leave a path to follow? A beautiful world.
I am in love with hope.